Good morning, ladies and gents. This is going to be my big shot tutorial for Wolf Creek number 5. It's an approach between wood and a long iron. And for this wind, it will be the long iron. Going to set up with the center ring for that wind. The center ring is going to have the right edge touching the edge of the rough and fairway. And let's find a reference point on the distance. I think we're going to go touching the blue ring with the top of it. And then we're going to go with 1.5 left spin and 1 back spin. That might be 1.6 left, but alright. See how this goes. Pretty good so far. So you can get this roll back. It may not get to the yellow, but it'll be to the red. Oh, it did. Wow. Really hoping for some Spectre cards. I need about 33, I think, to get my Spectre to level 7. Which would be huge because it gets a significant increase in the ball guide. So we'll change the spin to just over 1. That's about 1.1, and we're going to use to keep the same landing spot. See if we dropped it. Nope, still just right of the hole. A little shy. That's a good hole. Alright, so after this shot, if I hit it correctly, the blue ring's going to disappear and we'll no longer have that for a reference point. So I need to change, I need to find something else to use as the reference for this distance. And I think I'm just going to say that it is, the top of it is, let's see, that's a little shy. Okay, so we'll say it's about 20% of that ring is still short of the green. But most of that outside ring is on the green. At the same time that your center ring has the right edge touching that rough line. I'm gonna take off just a touch of the backspin and a touch of the left spin. So it's about 0.8 backspin and 0.9 left spin. This should be good. It's gonna be close. No, just left. this, we'll get a new wind. So just keep the one full left spin. 1/8 backspin. Let's see if we can kind of duplicate that same. So that's kind of eyeballing it. Let's see what that looks like up here. That's just shy. So we'll put up about that much. That should be sufficient. Alright, so there's your four shots from that direction. Now we get another wind. That's an angled headwind. It's been a while since I had that type of wind, so this may take some trial and error. For starters, we're going to go with the third ring. See there where my third ring is cutting the hole in half. You want to find your minimum club wood. There's that little jump in the transition. That's kind of the back slash right of the hole. Alright, that's pretty close to halfway. So if you look at the angle of the wind, right there, that's roughly the correct wind angle. And it's going to be almost 2 wind per ring. So there, if you look where my crosshair is, that thick pink line and my blue center line, that's where I'm expecting this to land. So we're going to go with 1 back and 1.5 left. And this is not going to use the funnel. This is hopefully going to hop right over the front edge of that ring. I don't think I want to go side spin actually. The distance looks alright. Yeah, I estimated that ball being pushed more and kicking differently to the right. So we're going to try right spin on it. I think I need to go with about 4 right. We'll keep the same backspin for now. So 1 back, 4 right. And then once again, it's a pretty good cut. Okay, so that's long. It's still right. So we may have to slide our aim a little more to the right. Alright, so what I'm going to do is changed to where I just start to hit the fringe instead of the rough. Right. There. Now we'll try that same spin. One back and forth, right? Alright, so that's pretty close on the side spin. Might put 3.5. And then make it 1.5 back spin. The Gemini would be nice to upgrade because it's pretty accurate and it will have a decent ball guide and spin control. It's kind of a halfway between the Orca and the IG-88. There's 3.5 and about 1.6 back should do it with that same landing point. Extraterrestrial is going to be a decent club in some situations. I haven't really done a lot of the rough bumping in this game with irons, but there will be some situations where it would come in handy. And the Extraterrestrial is definitely going to be the best one for that just because of how much topspin is available. Alright, so this is going to be a max club long iron. I'm going to go with 2 top and 1 left. Actually, let's go 2 left. So 2 top, 2 left. And the aim point is the second ring there. Excuse me, I gotta sneeze. The second ring there is gonna touch the edge of the rough and that little fringe. Aim it actually down a little. Oh, that's it all the way through. Now, to be honest, my intent was to try to get the roll back down the slope. But I think I'm seeing there that if I change this to about 4 left with no top or back, let's go 3 for the time being. So 3 left, no top or back. Let me double check my vertical spin just to make sure I didn't accidentally add some. Okay. 3 left, no top or back, the same landing point as the first. Just a little hot. And still. So now we'll try 1 back and 4 left. basically I just need the second bounce to clear at least the fairway and get on the same. The vertical spin is very touchy. It's close. I think we did it. It's this bad. That's a good haul. Phoenix. It's going to be all rough. The Phoenix is going to be, I believe, the best rough iron at max as far as the ball guide goes. It won't quite have the range or the curl that the Voodoo has. But I'm guessing it's going to have more backspin and more topspin. At least as good of a ball guide. I keep saying ball guide is termed as the shot view by the developers of this game. Alright, so just for kicks, let's try 4 left and then about 0.8 backspin. Oh wow, that's not gonna do it. That's there's the shot there. Yeah, great balls in this particular big shot are probably not going to score. Perfect. There it is. Boom. So straight crosswind, you can try that. About 4 left spin and 0.8 bars of backspin. If you're at the long iron max, and you're gonna put your second ring, the right edge of that is going to be on the line where the left rough and the fringe by the fairway meet. So you'll be aimed down and bunker. I'm getting a lot of Gemini cards. I would expect to max this very soon. Alright, so I have 2 options here. I'm going to switch and go right rough with this, and I'm just gonna try retop and 4 right. This is gonna have a hard time getting in. Let's see if it will make it. And that's way left. I have to have the gas anyway. Will it come back? Nope, it stopped. So I think if I do 2 top and actually hit perfect, we'll keep the 4 right and go 2 top spin. Now one thing to keep in mind, if you swap from wood to long iron, when you go down here, you only have 3 top spin available. So if you, for whatever reason, it probably won't be on this shot, but if you end up going to wood range, now your top spin has changed. You have 4 bars, so just keep that in mind. This, like I said, will be 4 right, 2 top. Do that same aim point with your left edge of the second ring. Right rough. So landing spot, this is basically the reverse of the last wind we had. The spin's got to be different because this is also a bit of a headwind with most of the crosswind. there's the other side. So now we know. know what that tells me is that I'm dead on to something here with the spin. I just have to hit it perfect. Alright. Third time is the charm. It's still a bit hot. And it's left. So I'm gonna go max right, keep the same aim point, max right, half a bar of top spin. I think that will be really close. I definitely found it's easier to find max distance with the shorter club than trying to get cute and find the minimum distance because of the weird transition between the longer club's max range and the shorter club's overpower range. Okay, so that's close. So let's go with one top, or let's do 0.8 top. Top, and I'm going to cheat just a little bit more to the right. So that's where I was, and it's still, actually right there, and it's still coming left. So I think what I'm going to do, if you look at my view here, is put the centering completely down in the actual sand. So that's going to move it about half of the yellow ring over. And we're going to try to catch the left half of this yellow ring. Get there. Oh, it's short. But the line is perfect. So let's just bump that up to a full bar of topspin. Should release out just a little more. I think moving right shortened us a bit somehow. We may be hitting on more of an upslope. Just slightly more. So max right, one top. There it is. Nice. So you kind of see how picking consistent reference points. Okay, that's nice. Dadgum, not the right short iron. Get that sniper junk out of here. That sniper is deceptively named. But you can see how I'm kind of doing this trial and error. You don't change too many variables at once. And yes, I have done this big shot a few times, so I kind of have a good idea of the ranges. Okay, so remember the max long iron we did earlier, which I think, I can't remember what spin we ended up doing. I think it was 4 left. And it was some, I can't remember what the back spin was. That's bad. I think it may have been 0.8. We're going to try that again. That's the good thing. When you have multiple shots to try to run, and you can think it may have been a 7.9 when I had crossed from earlier. That's a good one. And so Viking in this game, for those that have played Golf Clash, is like the big dog equivalent. The thing is, in my opinion, accuracy is a little bit less of an essential here, as is ball guide. If you have more distance and enough backspin on the wood, that's going to be more crucial. Oh, that just happened to flop exactly where I needed. So that went right. We're going to go max right and 1.2-ish back. And that's short, so. Apollo is like the Viper, which is better than the beginner wood, I guess. It'll be max right, and I think we're running into the same thing where we hit on that slope, and it's giving a little bit higher of a kick, maybe? That was 0.9 backspin on the same natural spin. There it is. Nice. So the clumps are strong right now. Capitan is a Tour 1 club, and so is Sniper. So if I don't get Spectre probably on this next red or yellow target, the next set we do, I'm probably going to take a break, simply because I've noticed that similarly to Golf Clash, cards tend to clump. So when you get a chest, or a bag, excuse me, in this game, the clubs are usually from similar tours. So those, you got 2 chests in a row that had Capitan and the Sniper. I expect this to go in as well. Oh, no, that's going to be in. Just barely. And this is what I like most about this big shot. The rewards are not as potentially high as Golf Clash, but the wins are so consistent. I can pretty much always get narrowed down to where I can hit that yellow ring within 3, maybe 4 shots. I'm getting close to 30 minutes in this video anyway, so, and we're gonna go back to the same line we did last. This is a little softer wind. So I'll go back to just putting second ring on the right edge of the fairway, left edge of the right rough, max right spin. And we'll do half a bar back spin. Oh, that's terrible. It's going to be wet ring if any. Oh, it's going to get through. I don't think that, yeah, we'll curse this up. That may have been too... No, I'm going to give it a chance, because last time the great ball showed deeper. Alright, that's 0.6 backspin. pushing left. So we'll go back to using the centering in the bunker as the reference. And I think a full bar should be close. Because that's one thing we did run into was when we moved further right earlier. Just come up a bit shorter. Give this a shot. Let's see. Still not. Still a little low. So 1.7 back. I need to figure out a reference for further right. Yeah, it might take 4 or 5 shots sometimes to dial in the yellow if I'm hitting great balls and don't have true feedback for what's going on. Alright, there's 1.7 back. And we're just going to move that much more off, so it's basically edged up to the red ring wire at next. Ooh, sit. Alright, so that's a good line. I'm just going to go ahead and do 2 full bars of backspin. Inspector, here we go. Okay, so I may keep this going just because usually when you hit one, that means there will be more. Max right, 2 back, and we're going to try to duplicate that same spot even though it's not as clear of a reference point. Just turn in the bunker a bit. Get there, get there, get there. Wow, that is touchy. So 1.7 was almost through the red ring, and 2 is short of the yellow. So this is going to be a touchy one. There we go. Give this a try. That's about 1.85, honestly. It's that, truly is that precise. Give this a shot. Sit, sit. Just barely. Yeah. That's a tough little wind. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and finish this off then. Sorry this video is running longer. Maybe I'll get to show you a couple more other wins. I would love to upgrade that Phoenix. Not sure what it's gonna look like at level 5. But generally speaking, the clubs keep with the same themes as their Golf Clash equivalents. Most of the stats will be pretty similar. Alright, 7-9. So you may remember earlier we had a sort of similar win to this where we were looking at the minimum club wood and getting as close to that rough line as we can, but still hitting the fairway. So right there. Now that wind was more like a, if you would call this playing at 5 o'clock on a clock, looking at that wind angle. The wind earlier was more like a 430. This will not push as much to the right, and therefore what I'm going to do is come to where my second ring trying to get the second ring touching the bunker. There we go. Alright. And so you see this, the center ring is basically also touching the red target there. You're gonna go with 4 right and 1 back. You end up having to be more backspin, but we'll start with that. That's a pretty good start, I'd say. I don't think I will deviate from that too much. 1. Cyclone might be usable in some situations. It's the ultimate golf equivalent of the Hornet in Golf Clash, but for one, I don't particularly like having to move that many rings in this game. And it doesn't have as much ball guide and definitely not backspin, so it's very situational. It would be a good headwind club if you need to hit a long iron or a short iron approach that lands well short of the hole. Alright, so we'll do 4 right and 1 back came up just shy. Just took a slight edge off the backspin. I would not be surprised if this one drops. Nope, it's behind. A little too much off the back. There's that max spin line. Let's go ahead and see what that stat is. I might as well show everybody what that looks like. Okay, so it's basically probably about to lose my data because we just took a power surge lightning hit, so I may have lost my connection here. Okay, so it's basically a D1 with 5% less wind reduction, because the D1 is minus 50% wind and has much slower needle speed. I don't think I will be spending much, if anything, on these. Yeah, that's a good cash boost and nice to get the platinum bag, but the ball itself is just not something wild about. Anyway, so back to Gemini. So it does go to a decent shot view, the power's okay. The main thing would be the backspin, and it's still got 88 accuracy. So this would be an alternative to the IG-88 or the Orca. It's kind of a halfway in between. It's going to have less shot view. The Orca's got really nice backspin and shot view, but the accuracy is fairly atrocious right now, and even when it's maxed, it's only going to be around, looks like about 55, 58 accuracy, somewhere in there. Maybe 60, so. See if we can run up to Spectre. I think, was Spectre up to 187 now? I didn't even look that time. Okay, so that, we know our reference here is good. Clearing is touching the bunker at minimum wood. And 4 right. Alright, and when I get, I've got 1 full bar back. I'm going to start to ease. That's all I'm going to do. Just barely changing the color. Doesn't really matter if this goes in. Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna play with it anymore. I'm just gonna do one back. I wish they had multiple options on the Big Shot, where I could maybe buy 10 shots for $6. I would pay $6 for 10 shots. Because right now you're paying $1.99 for 3 shots, and that means $5.97 would get you 9 shots. So I would like an option for like $9.99. I'm sorry. $5.99 to get me 10 shots, and that's not what I want. Alright. Just straight up, one back. One back, 4 right. You hear that little notch that's letting you know, I believe, that you went over the transition point of one over the bars. And that's almost an identical wind. I'm just gonna change, I'll keep the same spot and just change the side spin a little. So we'll try 3 right. And for now I'm gonna just stay with one back. Let's see what this does. Oh wow, that's significant. So that angle did change more than I thought. The distance is okay, it may be a little hot. So that's only about 5 to 7 degrees different, but you can see how much it changes the spin required to get close. Alright, so I've already seen what that does. Sorry, I had to answer a text there. Alright, so we'll go one back, and I'm actually going to do one left here, based on what I just saw. So one left is good. I need 1.2 back to scare the hole. That's definitely sufficient. Come on, Spectre. Damn, I thought I would have Spectre with the Phoenix. Those are both 2 or 5 unlock clubs. 2 or 5? I think it's 5. Maybe 4. So same landing spot, 1.2 backspin, 1 left spin. in. Boom. Dang it, give me the Spectre and get that garbage out of here. So that was a Tour 1, and the Sniper's Tour 1, and Apollo is Tour 2. I'm 100% sure that was at minimum plug, but I think it was close. Maybe I'm just joking. Or I may have used a slightly different amount of backspin. Alright, so we're hoping for Phoenix Inspector. And I think what we did earlier with decent success was we had done top ring touching the blue while the right edge. But that was a little bit steeper wind, less crosswind. So what we're gonna do is find max club line with the outside ring touching the right rough, and we're gonna go with max backspin. 2 left spin. Actually, no, it's going to need more left spin than that. 4 left. Let's back 4 left. Let's see if this will get reasonably close. Clearly I was wrong on the left spin, and hopefully that will at least score. There we go. Just not pushing as much as you think it will. I guess it's too much uphill. Alright, so I think I'd prefer to do the funnel. I just don't really like how it looks with that slope. Keep the same. Actually, you know, let's just go right here. It's gonna land a little bit truer. And we go with 3 left. No top or back. And we'll see if we can get it to do the roll. Come back, come back, come back, come back. Get to the blue. Just get me the blue. I won't complain much there. So that line is fairly close. That was 3. I'm gonna go with 2.5 left. One and a half top. Same landing spot. Right side of centering on the edge of the left and left hinge. to at least get to the red. Okay, so we do need 3 left. And I think we just need to go with 2 top. Probably the safest. I might even need a little more than 2 left. Sentinel is worthless. It's good for dunking. And I'm not a fan of dunking in this game. The hole is small and the pin is very much an obstacle. It's not like Golf Clash where you're shooting into what might as well be a basketball hoop. That's about 1.7 or 1.8 top. 3.1 left. Get down there. Get to it. Get there. Okay. That's good. Yeah. Stingray is good. I will never complain about Stingray. Haven't seen Spectre in a minute. I was going to see a lot of Sparrow, a lot of Apollo. Usually a lot of Gemini. I've been getting a lot of Bigfoot. Alright, so it's a new wind, 8.5, and this is pushing. This is probably a more conservative one, so we're going to try 4 left. 4.5 left. No, we're gonna go 5 left. 5 left. 2.5 top. Alright, that is definitely going to knock out my connection. Another work tech, so let's just go max left. 2.5 top, and that'll tell us if we need to move our aim point further left or back to spin off. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to aim further left. I don't think this will run back down here into the white. It's probably gonna miss entirely. Sit down. Sit. Okay. This wasn't a wasted shot. Might be a little hot as well. Still max left, that is 2 top now. It's too hot. This may stay in the blue. I don't think it'll even stay in the red. It's gonna run past the yellow. Okay, there we go. I think we're just carrying it too far with the bounce, so let's try. I'm gonna try about 0.7 top, max left. I cannot believe my connection has not dropped. Can't taking power hits. This one might be yellow. It might just miss outside. So yeah, it's gonna be red. Spectre, dang it. It's a bit irritating. Alright, so let's go on ahead and put in the second ring on the line. That was 0.8 top, still max left. I think that is gonna do it. Yep, that should be solid. Should be. Come on, get in there. Oh my goodness, man. It's crazy how much wind that is. That was a tough one. Better be in there this time. It's gonna be close. Sit down. There we go. Come on now, give me some Spectre cards, dang it. I hate the sniper. Worst club in the game. We're gonna do minimum club wood. I haven't shown you guys this one yet. This will probably be the last one I show. So minimum wood, and you're gonna have the second ring there. The bottom right of it is touching the top of that bunker, and then your third ring, the left edge, is just into the rough. And now that's no spin. It's one right and one top. So let's try 3 right and 1 back. Well, maybe not 3 right, because that's a headwind. 2 right and 1 top. Or 1 back, I'm sorry. It's going to be pretty close. Maybe only half back, because that didn't go very far past. 2 right. And it's still, so half back is good. I swear I did left last time. That's just as much to the left. We gotta get the bounce pushing just slightly right. So there's 4 right. Half back. Try next right half back. Holy Driver is another very good rare. That is a beast for tournament par 3s if you don't need the backspin for the longer par 3s, because the ball guide is amazing. And honestly, it's not a short club either. If you have less than Fusion 4 and less than Outlaw 7, it is one of the longer drivers. I would absolutely have Holy Driver 6 over Outlaw 6. No, that's a bit wrong. Frustrating shot. The angle, the headwind is not bad. It's the slight tweak to the left that sucks. Because it's hard to land it at a consistent spot where you can make it bounce enough right. And you don't want to add curl. Alright, so now I'm putting that completely, it's a little bit cheated more to the right, more in the bunker and less in the left rough with those 2 reference rings, and that should do it. I'm fairly certain that will be enough. So the second bounce kicks more to the right. The first bounce stays straight even with all that head spin. Good one, come on. Screw the sniper. My gosh. Alright, this is back to that similar one we had earlier. Max left. Point up top. Get lucky, get lucky, get lucky. Well. frustrated with the lack of Spectre. Hello. There we go. At this point, I'm not going to worry about trying to hold anything. You've got to be kidding me, man.